But I'll tell you this, I've seen Canelo pushed around. I've never seen Terence pushed around. So if we're talking about who's going to be the boss, I've never seen anyone boss Terence Crawford. I've seen Canelo get bossed. So that and psychologically, when you think about that, and this is a fight where I flip-flop on both guys because there's so many good points. Yeah, but he's 168. Yeah, but it's Terence Crawford. He's undefeated. Well, yeah, no, this guy's beating this, but stylistic. Even he hits him on the arm. There's so many different things you can talk about. But from a psychological standpoint, who's fresher, who's meaner, who wants it more? That's going to come into play.
Chris Algieri lays it out in a way that makes you think twice. This fight isn't only about power or weight, it's about mentality. He believes Crawford's unbreakable mindset gives him the real advantage over Canelo when the moment of truth comes. Even Timothy Bradley Jr., never one to hold back, drops his own fiery take on how this clash will play out. He stated, "Crawford is about to beat the out of Canelo Alvarez. Beat the brakes off of Canelo." Bradley's words add fuel to the fire, making this showdown feel even more unpredictable. He sees Crawford's sharpness and relentless style as too much for Canelo to handle. The weight and size might favor Canelo, but Bradley points straight to skill and mentality as the real game changers. It's the kind of bold statement that flips the narrative and gets fans questioning everything. When the two finally meet, this isn't just a fight, it's a battle of wills, and Bradley believes Crawford has the edge. But not everyone is in favor of Crawford. Kofi Jantua believes the weight jump is simply too much.
If I'm betting, I put my money on Canelo. Crawford, great fighter, but jumping from 47, he just fought at 54. He won, but it wasn't spectacular performance. Then you jump 60, 68 is a different. We have weight division for a reason in boxing. Canelo comfortable at 68.
He pointed out that Canelo has been dominating at 168, a division where he looks natural and comfortable. Meanwhile, Crawford is moving up from lighter classes, and that leap can be brutal. It's not just about skills here, it's about size, power, and how well your body can handle the difference. For some, that's the biggest reason why Canelo remains the safer bet. Kofi Jantua further continued with a sharp warning. This isn't the kind of fight where Crawford can afford to relax, not even for a second. Every moment inside that ring will test his focus and his will.
Crawford gonna have to do a lot in this fight to win. He have no time to be comfortable. He can't be comfortable in that ring. He gotta be on point and every minute.
Against Canelo, one mistake can flip the whole fight upside down. Crawford will have to stay sharp, keep his rhythm, and never give Canelo the chance to settle in. This isn't about fighting in bursts. It's about constant pressure, discipline, and timing. The challenge is as mental as it is physical, and that's what makes this matchup so dangerous. If Crawford can maintain that level of intensity, the balance could swing in his favor. Kofi Jantua didn't stop there. He made it clear that size and experience in the division matter. Crawford is stepping into that world for the first time. That gap, he suggests, could be the real test of greatness.
Because Canelo is strong at that division. He's very solid. And he's been there, he grew there. He's been there for a while. He fought a lot of big guys. He's been hit by big guys. Crawford, in his case, is stepping up, jumping weight. I mean, people say, oh, you're trying to be great. Yeah, it's great to be great, but it's a tough challenge, and I respect him for stepping up to it.
Because moving up isn't just about adding weight, it's about carrying the same speed, power, and sharpness against naturally bigger men. Canelo has lived in that space long enough to thrive, while Crawford has to prove he can adapt instantly. Every exchange will reveal if Crawford can handle the difference, or if Canelo's size advantage becomes the deciding factor. It's what makes this fight more than just skills against skills. It's legacy against limits, and that's exactly why fans can't look away. Kofi Jantua balanced his view, pointing out that Crawford's craft and switch hitting style can trouble Canelo early on.
And I think he's gonna give Canelo problem for a while, because Crawford is very crafty. He switches. That's gonna be a challenge for Canelo to overcome.
That's the puzzle of this matchup. Crawford's skill set can create problems, but sustaining it against Canelo is another story. Canelo has proven time and again that he can adjust, break down opponents, and turn momentum his way. The question is whether Crawford's craftiness can last deep into the fight, or if Canelo's power and composure will start to take control. This is where the chess match meets raw strength, and only in the later rounds will we see who truly bends and who refuses to break. Even legends have their doubts, and when someone like Mike Tyson speaks, the boxing world listens. He sees the massive leap in weight as a dangerous gamble for Crawford, questioning whether his body can truly handle it at the elite level. He stated, "I don't like that fight. Too much weight for Crawford. He had a close fight with Madrimov at 154, and now he's going up again. That's too much." To Tyson, this isn't just another fight, it's a risk stacked against Crawford's frame and conditioning. Moving from 147 to 154 was already a challenge, and now pushing to 168 against a powerhouse like Canelo adds a whole new layer of danger. Tyson's warning underlines just how big the gap is between natural size and heart, and in a fight of this magnitude, even the smallest physical disadvantage could turn into the deciding factor. Bahram Murtazaliyev's trainer, Coach Roma, took a different angle, focusing less on the outcome and more on what this fight means for Crawford's career.
I personally was not surprised, and I was very happy with Crawford. I mean, he should get a big payday. I mean, he deserves it. I was very, very happy for him. Finally got a big payday. He had a big payday with, what's his name? Texas kid, the one who beat the undisputed.
Oh.
The last fight before this one. Not Madrimov, the one before. When he won all 4 belts, Errol Spence. Yeah, when he beat Errol Spence, that was a nice payday for him. But now this is going to be his biggest payday, and he deserves it. Doesn't matter what happens. I mean,
Crawford has already proven himself by becoming undisputed against Spence, but this stage is on another level entirely. Coach Roma's point highlights that win or lose, Crawford is finally reaping the rewards of years of dominance. This matchup with Canelo isn't just a test of skill, it's also a milestone in recognition and respect. The payday reflects how far Crawford has come, and it sets the stage for a fight that defines legacy just as much as it defines financial reward. In that sense, stepping into the ring is already a triumph. Coach Roma doubled down on his respect for Crawford, reminding everyone that moving up in weight is tough, but greatness comes from defying the odds. He sees Crawford's mix of skill, timing, and finishing ability as a weapon that cannot be ignored.
I personally think he deserves a big shot like that, you know, and moving up 2 weight classes, it's very hard, of course, but again, you can't count Crawford out no matter what. I mean, you know what I mean? He's a very competitive guy, very technical guy, very skillful guy. He might not be the biggest puncher, but he knows how to land that shot and clean and, you know, puts people out. He put so many people out before Madrimov, like 10 or 11 fights in a row, you know, so.
The truth is, Crawford has built his legacy on precision and craft, not just raw power. Even if he isn't the biggest puncher at 168, his ability to land clean and decisive shots could still trouble Canelo. That's what makes him so dangerous. He doesn't need to rely on brute strength to end fights. Against someone as durable as Canelo, those sharp, unexpected moments could make all the difference. And if Crawford can bring that same ruthless consistency, this challenge at a higher weight might not look as impossible as many think. Coach Roma kept it real. He wants Crawford to win and will be cheering for him, but even with better pure boxing skills, he admits the challenge is massive.
I mean, me too. I'm not gonna say any percentage-wise. I want him to win, and that night I'm gonna cheer for him, but nothing against Canelo. He's amazing, you know, legend, but again, I think Crawford has a better boxing, just pure boxing.
Yeah.
Besides all the weight shit, you know, like I don't care about the weight, but as a boxer, I think he's a better boxer. But if he wins, he'll surprise me. Not me. I think he's gonna surprise the world if he wins.
This view shows the split emotions many have about this fight, respecting Canelo as a legend while still believing Crawford has the sharper boxing IQ. The problem is, skill alone doesn't erase the weight gap, and that's where the suspense comes in. Crawford has the tools to outbox anyone, but whether he can carry that brilliance against a bigger, stronger Canelo is the question. If he does, it won't just be a victory, it'll be a moment that redefines how fans fans see size versus skill. Even Bakram Murtazaliev shared a bold perspective, pointing out that while moving up in weight is always risky, Crawford might be the rare fighter capable of pulling it off. For him, Crawford stands out as the only one from the lighter divisions who could truly threaten Canelo. He stated he's moving up already. He started at 61 kilograms in the beginning, but out of those little guys, if anyone can beat Canelo, then maybe Crawford. That's the only person from moving up so much weight, and beat him might be the only one. That's a powerful statement because it blends respect with belief. Crawford has defied expectations before, climbing divisions and still dominating top names. What Murtazaliev is suggesting is that Crawford's unique mix of skill, grit, and adaptability could help him succeed where others would fail. Against a force like Canelo, that's the kind of edge Crawford will need. Something beyond size, something that comes from within. Meanwhile, Coach Bernie, never one to hold back, came out firing with pure confidence in Crawford. His words weren't just hype, they were a declaration that Canelo has never faced anyone like Bud, and this time, the tables will turn.
I'm gonna tell you what he ain't seen. He ain't seen Bud Crawford, you mother, and we gonna beat his ass now. Cinnabon is done, huh? We gonna run him through the ringer. We gonna f him up. Respect the Canelo, but we gonna beat his ass when he go up against Bud Crawford. Now, put your money on it, you.
This kind of raw conviction shows just how strongly Team Crawford believes in their man. For Bernie, it isn't about the weight or Canelo's past dominance. It's about Bud's unique skill set and mindset. He sees Crawford as the fighter who can expose weaknesses others couldn't and flip the script on one of boxing's biggest names. That confidence isn't just talk, it fuels Crawford heading into the fight. And when a fighter carries that kind of energy into the ring, anything can happen. Coach Bernie doubled down on his belief, making it clear that no matter who stands across from Crawford, he always has a real shot. For him, Bud isn't just another fighter. He's a man built to compete with anyone.
I wouldn't go against Crawford against nobody. Crawford got a chance against everybody. That's a true story. Crawford got a chance against everybody.
That level of confidence speaks volumes because it's rooted in what Crawford has already proven. Time and again, he's found ways to adapt, outthink, and outfight every opponent. Against Canelo, that same adaptability could be the key to overcoming the size and power difference. Bernie's words highlight how much faith the team has in Crawford's all-around game, and in a matchup this big, belief can be just as powerful as skill. However, Arislandi Lara, who shared the ring with Canelo himself, called this matchup a true 50-50. Having felt Canelo's power firsthand, Lara focused on how Crawford will deal with that strength in the opening rounds. He stated, a very interesting 50-50 fight. He knows that Canelo is very strong right now, and he wants to figure out to see how Crawford is going to handle the power in the early rounds and what's going to happen. Coming from Lara, that's a telling breakdown. He understands the danger of those early exchanges where Canelo usually tries to impose his will. For Crawford, surviving that storm without losing rhythm could set the tone for the rest of the fight. If he weathers it, his timing and precision can take over, but if Canelo's power shakes him early, the fight could look very different. That's why Lara frames it as a true toss-up, a battle that can swing either way depending on those opening moments. Stephen A. Smith, known for never holding back his opinions, threw his support behind Crawford. He believes the key isn't knocking Canelo out, but outboxing and outpointing him across the rounds.
I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo. You can outpoint him.
That's right.
And when I think about Canelo, one of the things that I don't like about Canelo, despite his greatness, and a neck as wide as Broadway for crying out loud.
Right.
The thing that I don't like about Canelo is that it's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yes.
And that's not beating Crawford. I will confess, I think Gervonta Davis's trainer, Cal, I think he said this.
Smith's breakdown cuts right to the heart of the clash. Volume and movement against power and patience. For him, Crawford's ability to mix angles, stay elusive, and rack up clean scoring shots is the blueprint to victory. Canelo's reliance on loading up with power could leave openings for Crawford to control the pace. This isn't about brute strength, it's about smart boxing and strategy. If Crawford sticks to that game plan, Stephen A. sees him walking away with a decision win. Stephen A. Smith continued his breakdown, recognizing the natural size advantage that Canelo brings. Still, he leaned toward Crawford's speed, versatility, and boxing IQ as the keys to edging out a decision win.
Just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight, and Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always
prepared.
He's always ready.
He's
always prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster. But I don't think he's gonna knock him out.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it there, my brother. Man, I appreciate you.
Definitely.
More than you know, man. Thank you,
man.
Appreciate you.
Proud of you, bro.
This shows Smith's balanced view, giving Canelo full credit for his size, discipline, and preparation, while still trusting Crawford's boxing brilliance to make the difference. In his eyes, Crawford's ability to switch stances, use his jab, and control distance could frustrate Canelo over 12 rounds. The fight, he argues, won't be about who hits harder, but about who dictates the rhythm. And if Crawford keeps that tempo, Smith believes the judges will see it his way. Teddy Atlas, never shy about speaking his mind, praised Crawford as something beyond just good. He sees Bud as a fighter with rare instincts and composure, the kind of qualities that separate the greats from everyone else.
I like Crawford. I like Crawford then, I like him now. I liked him before Canelo looked not so good in his last fight, obviously. I thought it was going to be... I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm, but chilly cold, where you can see things other people don't see and react to it.
Atlas's words capture exactly why so many believe Crawford has a real chance. It's not just about resumes or size. It's about that rare ability to stay ice cold under pressure and make the right moves in split seconds. Against Canelo, that composure could be the difference between surviving and taking control. If Crawford can read and react the way Atlas describes, he might just turn the fight into a showcase of skill over strength. Calvin Ford kept his perspective balanced, showing respect to both men. For him, this fight isn't just about who wins. It's about what it means for the sport and the excitement it creates around boxing.
Happy for both fighters, you know, Crawford getting another serious young African American fighting him. You know, it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, he's alive. Canelo is the GOAT, and it's good for Terence Crawford to see that guy, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for Canelo to see him. You know, it gives something for the boxing world to talk about, and everybody looking forward to it.
Ford's words underline how massive this fight is for the boxing world. Both fighters carry legacies that command attention, and bringing them together sets the stage for a showdown fans can't ignore. It's not just about the belts or weight, it's about the clash of two eras, two styles, and two greats meeting in the ring. That's why the anticipation is so high, because no matter the outcome, this is the kind of fight that defines a generation. Calvin Ford further continued about Crawford's approach, stressing that there's no need to reinvent the wheel. In his eyes, Crawford's track record shows that what he's been doing is already more than enough.
Keep doing what you've been doing. Why would I change up what he's been doing? He's been winning. He's been getting the job done. You know, when he shut down Earl, that was perfect. It ain't like he ain't been in no big fights. That was a fight everybody thought they was gonna get a roller coaster, and it went turns.
Ford's point is simple but powerful. Crawford doesn't need to chase change. He needs to trust what's already made him great. The way he dismantled Errol Spence was proof of how dangerous he is when sticking to his style. Against Canelo, that same discipline and confidence could be the formula. If Crawford keeps his rhythm and game plan intact, Ford believes he can carry that same success into the biggest test of his career. Terence Crawford himself spoke with the same calm confidence that's defined his career. For him, it's not about excuses or labels. It's about stepping into the ring prepared to prove his greatness. He stated, "I want him at his best, no excuses. There's no weight restriction. I don't care what people say about the odds or about being the underdog. That means nothing to me. My preparation and my technique will be the difference." Those words capture exactly why Crawford commands respect. He's not shying away from Canelo's size, power, or reputation. He wants to face him at full strength. In Crawford's mind, the fight won't be decided by outside talk or numbers on a scale, but by the work he's put in and the precision he brings to the ring. It's that quiet, cold belief that makes him so dangerous. And when the bell rings, that mindset could be the edge that turns a dream fight into his defining moment. At the end of the day, this fight is bigger than belts or weight. It's about legacy. Canelo comes in as the stronger, naturally bigger fighter who has ruled 168, while Crawford brings the sharp skills, ice-cold mindset, and the hunger to shock the world. Every voice we heard, from trainers to analysts to legends, shows just how split the boxing world is. Some lean on size and experience, others on skill and mentality, and that's why this fight feels so special, because nobody can say for sure until that first bell rings. Crawford has the tools to outbox Canelo, but the question is whether he can handle the power and pressure over 12 rounds. If he survives those early heavy shots, I can see him edging out a decision, but if Canelo starts landing clean and cutting off the ring, it could be a long night for Bud. What do you think? Will Crawford's skill and speed be enough to overcome Canelo's size and power? Or will Canelo prove too strong for a man moving up in weight? Could this fight go down as a classic where both men push each other to the limit? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tune in for more videos like this.